Hey guys, it's Richard Oki here, and in this video I'm going to give you a breakdown of how we made $3,000 in our first 7 days running native ads and showing you exactly what you need to do to be successful on native too. Okay, so some of you already know who I am, and if you don't know who I am, my name is Richard Oki. I media buy with the Dijs University team, and I media buy directly with Colin as well. And I've been on YouTube before, like a few months ago, but since then I've just been busy hustling, so I haven't had time to make any YouTube videos. But we've had a lot of attention around the recent things we've been doing over with our Clickbank and native campaigns. So I thought I'd just hop on YouTube and show you guys some juicy stuff. All right. So right now we are inside our Clickbank account, company Clickbank account. And as you can see, you know, based on some of the campaigns we've been running, in 7 days, we have made, let's calculate that actually. Let's get a calculator out. Let me pull up a calculator, not my music. Drag that across over there. Awesome. So in 7 days, let's see how much we made. And bear in mind, this is our first 7 days running native traffic. So plus 454, 543, 422. I haven't got contacts in, so these numbers are super small for me. So if I'm going a bit slow, feel sorry for me. Thank you. 670. Okay, we made more than I thought actually. And 130. Yeah, so we made $3,500 in 7 days, in our first 7 days running with Clickbank and running with native traffic as well. And there's a lot of things that we've learned from running those campaigns, and I'm going to share that with you in this particular video. And alongside that, I'm actually going to show you exactly what's happening inside of some native campaigns live on the net right now. But yeah, this is our real, you know, Clickbank account. You can see here, Clickbank URL. If I click that, I don't know what that does, doesn't help, I guess. But if I refresh this, it should provide more evidence and more proof that we are for real, we are legit. Okay, it's just logged me out of Clickbank. So let me just log back in with the company Clickbank. So again, this is further evidence that this is real. But let me just log in. What was the password? Okay. Cool. Am I logged in? Am I logged in? Perfect, perfect. So yeah, so rather than refresh the screen, I guess I got logged out and now I logged back in. And yeah, so this is our real account. This is showing you some of the funds that, you know, we made in the first 7 days. It's been a very interesting experience running with native campaigns, very new to us. Obviously, we are traditionally Facebook advertisers, but we wanted to try out something different, and not only try something different, but, you know, make sure that we are providing more value to our community of affiliates. With a lot of you having issues with Facebook, all right? And these are issues that, you know, we can solve on a case-by-case basis, but, you know, we can't really go into too much detail, you know, through content or through YouTube on some of those stuff, because it can get really, I would say, more black hat. And, you know, we'd rather show you alternative traffic sources that you can run as well. And that gives a lot of people, I would say, less heart attacks, because, you know, when you get that notification that your ad account has been banned or whatever it is, you know, I know that feeling. I felt it before a number of times. And if you don't have a strategy behind that, you kind of feel like the affiliate marketing dream is pretty much over. But I'm here to tell you that it's not, and there's a big opportunity right now with native ads. And then pretty much everybody watching this video, you'll know what Clickbank is, and if you don't, do your research. So Clickbank is essentially an affiliate network. They are one of the, I would say, first affiliate networks in the CPA marketing game. And there are plenty of offers that you can find on there. So if I go over to Marketplace right here, let's open this up. So yeah, there's all these different verticals that we can run offers in. You know, all these different offers right here. So if I go to, like, let's say cooking, food and wine, for example, and typically most of the offers are like, I would say medium to high ticket, maybe not in this particular vertical, but most other verticals, they are medium to high ticket. So let me look for another vertical that could give us something a bit higher. Something random, let's do this one. Yeah, so we're seeing like $290 average sale, $51 average sale, $12, okay, not that high, $38, still good. When if you're running, like, if you're used to running a sweepstakes where you get $1 to $4 payout, you know, seeing these payouts are very big, right? Now, Clickbank has plenty of offers to choose from, and these offers are actually ideal for native campaigns. I'm going to explain to you why they're ideal in a moment, but the matching of Clickbank and native was actually part of our success, all right, when, you know, in the past 7 days. And this is all fresh, so the results you've seen are results that have happened literally in the past week. So this stuff is all fresh to us. So everything you're learning from us right now is what is happening right now. So if you're watching this video as it's being released, you are watching fresh content, which is super valuable for you, obviously, because you are ahead of everybody else. All right, you're doing things as we do things, which is awesome. Now, what I want to show you mainly in this video is essentially how native campaigns work, because I know a lot of people know about native, but you don't really know what's going on inside of native, at least today, and you know how you can take advantage of that traffic source. So I'm going to pull up Canva right now. Got a little presentation that I've prepared for you guys. I put in some effort in this one, and you know, as you can see here, let me just make this a little bit bigger. Perfect. Yeah. So native traffic is a huge traffic source. So probably already today, if you've been using the internet, which most of you have, you've probably seen a native ad somewhere. All right. Whether it's on a news site, maybe it's a tube site where you watch like loads of different videos, whatever it might be, you most likely have seen a native ad somewhere. All right. This is an example of some native ads. So you can see, like, this is a gaming ad, this is a flashlight, this is like a hotel, all right? And they're sponsored by Taboola. That's another thing. With native ads, if you want to do some manual spying, you will see, like, if you go on any news site, like, you know, I'm in the UK, I'm in London, so Daily Mail, the Metro, Guardian, whatever it might be, you may see native ads being displayed, all right? And you can just do some manual spying. So if you see sponsored content, promoted content, sponsored links, anything like that around some images or above these images, like you see right here with Taboola, then you are seeing native ads. You're seeing media buyers within the native sort of traffic source, all right? Now, you can do manual spying. You can click on those ads, and you can go through those funnels, and you can start to see what campaigns are working. Obviously, you don't really have much data. You're just looking at one campaign. However, it does give you a good idea of, you know, what's happening. All right. So I would suggest that you go ahead today, go on any news site, a tube site, whatever it might be, and look at the native ads and go through the funnels, and you'll start to see some amazing stuff. Now, here's some more native ads, and the thing is with native ads, you can see some very funny ads as well, because the images are so powerful with native. Like the images, I would say 70% of like the deal, all right? Because people are scrolling through content, they need to just you need to capture their attention very quickly, all right? Very quickly, even faster than what you get on Facebook, because with native, they are just boom. Hence why, you know, there's so much traffic available, and hence why some of the creators of native ads are outlandish. Like you'll see somebody with their foot, like their feet out, and there's like an onion by their feet, and you're like, what the hell is this? Like, but it's just because it's a native ad, and the reason why you're like, what is this? Is because the advertiser wants you to get that reaction, and you're gonna click through because you're curious. Obviously, after you've seen the copy, and as long as the copy relates to you and like drives the action, you're gonna click through. All right, and the advertiser, the media buyer, me, if that was me running that campaign, I've done my job. I've got the cheap click. All right, so that is why you see these crazy ads with native. All right, so we can see here some examples like this 72-year-old London grandma has no pension, rolls in luxury. So I'm guessing this offer that's going to be running here is like a biz op or maybe a binary type offer, you know, where people can have the opportunity to essentially make wonga, like make some cash. And this particular ad may be targeting maybe an older audience because they've seen that for their conversions for the ad, they may have an older audience, hence why the angle of the ad is targeted towards, like, it's talking about an older lady and how she's making all this money. So maybe the people who are converting for this offer are within that sort of segment, all right? So what the advertiser and the media buyer is doing is they're angling the offer towards those people. So when they get click-throughs, it is most likely, you know, the older generation that are clicking through, all right? Here's another one. Drink this before bed. Watch your body fat melt like crazy. All right, and we have like this, you know, this like water, this drink or whatever, this potion. All right, and we have this oil. You know, I don't know what that is, but it's like, it looks like oil to me. But it's like maybe it looks like the fat that's melted. But you know, your brain is going to be thinking about so many different things. You're just going to be curious, like, what does this mean? And these advertisers that you're seeing right here, they would have split tested like crazy before they've got a campaign that they can scale. All right, and the benefit is because it's native, you can get so much traffic that you can test out campaigns very, very quickly, and you'll be able to find inside of your tracker or your tracking software which campaign is winning very, very quickly. So it's beautiful when you're combining native campaigns with tracking with your tracker, because you are getting so much data and you're going to see certain placements and ads that are giving you crazy ROIs as long as you know what you're doing. I'm talking about like over 1,000% sort of ROIs if you know what you're doing. All right. Now, you know, billions are spent on native per year. It's a very, very big traffic type of traffic source. You know, like, you don't get me wrong, you're facing a lot of competition with native. However, there is a lot of traffic. Okay, so if you know what you're doing, you're just capturing on that traffic. Every good traffic source, in most cases, obviously there's some secret traffic sources, but every good traffic source has huge amounts of competition. But you gotta remember, like, we as CPA marketers, we're ahead of the competition. And if you're doing CPA marketing properly, you're in the 5%, you know, so you are way ahead of the competition in terms of like the other 95% of CPA affiliate marketers aren't doing this shit properly. So as long as you're in that 5%, you don't worry about the competition, you worry about your cash flow. All right, so as you can see here, you know, this is like the spend in billions on native ads. So like last year, I think that was it 41 billion? 41 billion spent on native in 2019, I believe. If I'm wrong with that data, drop a comment below saying, you know, Rich, you are real dumb. But from what I can read from something that I grabbed on Google, $41 million was spent on native ads last year, which is huge, all right? Huge traffic source. And don't think of that data as something to scare you. Use that data as something to drive you, because if that much money is being spent there, there's a lot of money being made, all right? Now, you may be wondering, okay, where do I buy native traffic? All right, there's plenty of places where you can buy native traffic, and depending on the different vertical you're running, you may have a preference for specific native, you know, ad network, all right, traffic network. So there's like MGID, there's RevContent, there's AdCash, there's Taboola, there's Outbrain, there's much more, and then there's like demand side platforms such as like Volume DSP. Right, which is essentially ad exchanges. So rather than you having to apply for all these different networks, get approved for all these different offers, blah blah blah, and test them all out, you know, separately, and it just takes so long. What you can do is you can just have one campaign set up, and you can just with it like almost like a checkbox inside of Volume DSP, and you can select all these different traffic networks inside of there, and you can run your campaign across all those networks at the same time. All right, then you can decide, all right, the traffic from this particular native network is working really well. This one isn't working so good. I'm going to stick with this particular network through the Volume DSP, and then you can just scale up from there. All right. Now that's the benefit of the DSP networks. All right, you can test out several variants in terms of ad exchanges at the same time, which means that you have a much higher chance of getting a profitable campaign. In fact, if you know what you're doing, you're pretty much guaranteed to get a profitable campaign because you're testing all the elements possible. Okay? Now, what you need to know about native advertising, all right? I would say that you need to have a minimum of $500 to spend on traffic. Simply because most of the networks, the traffic networks require, a deposit, right? And the deposits typically start at $500. I know that some of them are a bit lower. I believe maybe RevContent, maybe $100, but a few of them are $100. But I would still say, try to get to at least $500. If not, you can specifically find the native networks that are just $100. However, that can limit your opportunity because maybe you've gone for a native network that is $100 because that's the budget you have. However, that network may not be good for your traffic. Okay, so you've just gone for a network just because of your budget restrictions, but that network isn't going to make you any money anyway. So you may as well just save up the extra bit of cash and go for networks that are more targeted towards your vertical. All right. Now, it's very easy for you to scale to 6 figures. And when I say easy, I don't mean like you just run a campaign and it's profitable and you're just scaling it. All right. I mean in the sense that when you do find the winner, getting that campaign from maybe $1,000 a day in spend to $10,000 to $50,000 a day is very easy with native ads. You're not going to get capped at this or this. You're not going to get any crazy restrictions with native because there's so much traffic available. So you can literally just increase your budgets and you'll start to see your traffic increase like crazy. And the amount of traffic you can produce with native is ridiculous. So there's huge amounts of money that you can make with native ads. Now, if you're currently running with Facebook and you have been facing some issues when it comes to Facebook ad account bans, just Zuckerberg just getting on your nerves, man. Whether it might be, you can't get campaigns approved, you're just getting weird issues with Facebook, and you're not experienced enough with Facebook to deal with that, or you're not dealing with it in the right way, so it's constantly on your mind. Then with native, at least you have the peace of mind knowing that you're not going to have any of those issues, all right? Even if you have an ad or a lambda that is like against policy, they will just tell you like that campaign's been rejected, or that single ad has been rejected, please put a new one in, and they'll tell you why. And you also have account managers that will give you guidance on what you can and what you can't do, and also they'll tell you, all right, this is within the rules and this is as extreme as you can go. But if you go beyond that limit, then I'm sorry, but you can't get that ad approved, which is very transparent and very honest, right? And they want you to win because if you have successful campaigns with them, then they know you're going to scale up that traffic and you're going to spend more with them, all right? So they are incentivized to give you more leeway, all right? And because they're not social like Facebook is, they are not held by that much of a I would say social implication, as Facebook is. So if Facebook has to prioritize the users, because if you have a poor user experience for Facebook, then you're not going to use Facebook. You're not going to click on any of the ads on Facebook, because if you know that every ad on Facebook is going to some thing that looks like a scam or whatever it is, then nobody clicks on the ads, and Facebook does not make any ad revenue. And how does Facebook make money? All through ad revenue. So Facebook has to be very strict with that. Whereas with native, you can see some extreme stuff with native ads. I'm going to show you some stuff in a moment as we go into the spy tool. But yeah, also another thing to bear in mind is that there are some higher bid prices than you'll see with other traffic sources. However, because you're going for high payout offers, and that's what we advise you to do, it's fine. Like, you don't have anything to worry about. Like, you're paying more for traffic, but you're getting more on the payout. It's all good. All right. The reason why, if you're running like a sweepstake with Facebook, you need to get a very low CPC is because the payout is very low. And you need to make sure that your CPC is always lower than your EPC on the offer. As long as you've got a lower CPC than your EPC, your campaign is profitable. Okay. And when you're running high payout offers, it's all good even if you have a higher bid, because the value of the bid is higher. The same way when somebody buys a lead off me in insurance and the lead, it costs them like $40, but they know the ROI on the lead for them is like $400, it's all good. Like, they will pay higher for the leads because they know they have a higher ROI. Same thing applies for us. Now, some of you may already know about native is that crazy ads, crazy images tend to do well. All right, and some of you who know about native will already know what I'm talking about. But I'm going to show you some stuff right now. All right. Okay, so I believe this is safe enough for YouTube. There's nothing too much going on. But as you can see here, this one isn't too bad. It's just a lady with like some crazy like wrinkles, and the next vid is like somebody's ironed out her face, like it's magic. Obviously, I don't know if that's real. It's probably not real. But you see like quite extreme, almost shocking images with native ads. And that's because the way that the traffic flows is you need to capture that engagement very quickly, and that shock value allows you to remain competitive. You know, you can see this one. This is like who does a selfie like this? Obviously, like this is obviously just clickbait, but you know, a lot of people are going to click on that ad, all right? And maybe this ad, you know, the audience that they're targeting, maybe a male audience predominantly that will, you know, want to click on that. And, you know, that's why they're having an ad image like that, because they're attracting a certain, you know, type of person onto that lander. And the lander may have offers for that type of person, all right? And then this image isn't too bad. Like, that's quite a chilled one. Hurry before this video gets banned. Like, I would say that's kind of a crappy ad image personally, but this just shows you like some crazy images, crazy images full stop are the thing to do when it comes to native ads. All right, that's a rule of thumb. So also there's copywriting. So copywriting is also a very, very big factor for you to have successful native campaigns. All right, and there is a very special testing strategy that, you know, we may reveal to you in some of the upcoming videos when it comes to native ads. But you know, if you look here, we can see like the city. So like London millionaire wants this video banned from the internet. Watch it now. All right, and that's going to be going to a biz up offer, and maybe the lander will have like a VSL. Maybe it's a VSL lander where they watch a video, and that video is telling to them about this person who's made so much money and how you can get their system or something like that. Right, and that's typically how biz up offers work. Now, you see a guy in a bathtub. But he's, rather than having water in the bathtub, we just see all these dollar bills. We see all this money. So obviously, if you're in a mindset, maybe like you're having some financial issues, or you're just focused on cash and you just want to make some money, then when you see an ad like that, you're going to be curious. You're just going to, you know, click on that. And then you'll be taken over to that VSL, and you're going to watch that video, and you may or may not be sold, depending on how good the VSL is and how good that landing page is. Now, another, you know, bit of good copy is, you know, use this simple method to end, is it tinnitus? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry, guys. But I think it's tinnitus. Maybe that doesn't sound right. Maybe it's tinnitus. Anyway, once daily for 14 days. All right. So using this simple method, you know, when you have copy like that, this simple method, here are 5 ways of blah blah blah. Like, you're giving instructions. That tends to be very good copy, because you're coming from almost like an authoritative, authority standpoint, where you're telling people, do this if you want to remove this. So the people that are going to click on this ad are people that have this issue, have had this issue, or know people with that issue, and then, you know, the copy on the lander will then drive people towards the sale. Now, you may be wondering, okay, if I want to run with native, what ads actually do well? Also, what verticals do well? What verticals should I run on native? So we'd say trials, Nutra, binary, biz op offers, casino, gambling, adult content, dating, high payout lead gen. Like, that could be like mortgage, high payout insurance offers, some solar offers. They will do well. Games, and also e-com. All right, e-com still does well on native. Now, I've done a little waffling. All right, I've kind of given you guys a breakdown of native campaigns. Okay, but let's go inside of the jungle and let's figure out, you know, what the animals are doing right now in the CPA game on native campaigns. So I'm going to go into Adplexity right now. And what I like to do is I like to set it to maybe like 7 to 10 days. Let's do 10 days. Yeah, search. And I want to do, let's do running longest. Nah, let's leave it like that. Receive most traffic. So what I don't want is, I don't want to have the brand run ads. Like, we are not Mercedes-Benz, we're not Audi, we're not Coca-Cola. We are media buyers. We don't make money like that. All right, they just build out awareness campaigns, so they don't really care, and we're not in that game. All right, we do traffic arbitrage. We buy the traffic for cheap, and we sell it on for more. Simple. So let's have a look for some CPA ads right here. Okay, like an ad like this. Stop using Viagra. Try this tonight. All right, that's pretty wild, because that image. It's like maybe it's like fingers holding a pill or something like that. But it's just, again, it's an outlandish image. However, 65,000 hits were driven to the lander across all of these different geos. And let's see if this landing page is still up. Let's have a look. See what it links to. Let's see. So I'm just going to show one lander, and then we'll be out. Alright, let's have a look. Okay, US Health. Alright, if this is your campaign, I'm really sorry. But it's not blame Adplexity, don't blame me. Alright, let's have a look. Which one is the lander? So that's got the IDs. It's this one. Oh yeah, it's pulling up. Alright, so we've just seen that ad with the fingers, and it's gone to this advertorial. Another thing, you can run advertorials on native, which means you can be very aggressive, converting the cold traffic, making them warm. And we can see this angle, like billionaire founder Viagra reveals all natural erectile dysfunction pill on the Dr. Phil show. Really? Viagra inventor reveals ed supplement on Dr. Phil. And then, they're pushing people over to this particular offer. To solve your sexual skills, or to get people back in the game, if that makes sense. But yeah, so this is just one example of a lander that you can run. This obviously did very well. So you're getting this for free. The advertiser, the affiliate, got like 65,000 hits to this lander alone. All right, so this pop-up came up, and I actually can't do anything now. So you got like a super aggressive pop-up. So if you're about to leave, they don't even let you click. I can't even go back to the lander right now. It's just forcing me to click that button, which is fairly aggressive, but I respect the game. It's part of the game, right? They want to drive that traffic to the offer. But if you enjoyed this video, you want to see more videos around native and Clickbank campaigns, you want me to go into any detail on anything particular, drop that in the comments below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up too, and I'll see you guys in the next one.